Tino, tell us what led up to the throw you made to Tyrese and the last drive to win the game.
Yeah, when the game's on the line, you either want the ball in your hand or you don't. So I looked over at him in the huddle, and he says, "Hey, Tino, baby, up top of the rock." So, put it up there, and he went up and made a good play.
Care to comment if this was your last game in this uniform?
Are you reporting news or creating it?
It's just a question.
All right, let's keep it at that. What do you say?
Another year, another losing season for the Stallions. And despite an impressive last-second win to close out the season, it looks as if the fractured relationship off the field between wideout Tyrese Davis and quarterback Tino Martin likely will be enough to send both players into the free agent market. Davis, oddly enough, hasn't commented publicly about any of it, but Martin remains unhappy with the organization due in large part to how his contract situation played out last offseason.
Yeah.
Jack, good to get you on the phone.
Yeah. I just listened to your last message.
And your thoughts?
We're gonna wait it out.
You sure you want to do that?
My client is sure, and that's pretty much all that matters.
Well, maybe you should try your powers of persuasion.
My client's interests in this matter are mine, and mine alone.
Your client is aware that he'll be the oldest wide receiver on the market?
He's well aware. Thank you. Oldest by 8 days, actually, but who's really keeping tabs on that?
It's just a fact.
Well, I appreciate you reminding me of that. I'll tell Tyrese you called.
Fair enough. We'll talk again.
Yeah.
It's cold out here, baby.
This is it. This is where it all started. This is where my dream began. I wanted to bring you here so I could show you that.
Baby, I can't see inside your head.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means your life is not my life. We don't share the same dreams. We have different goals. We're on separate paths that just happen to cross.
Well, our life together is one of mine. I mean that. Admit it. You wish you were here to see me back in the day. Tearing up this field, breezing by these corners, catching passes, doing my dance.
I'm sure back then you wouldn't have wanted a girl like me in your life.
Why would you say that? Of course I would have.
Well, maybe you don't know me as well as you think.
Hey Dino, how was the off season?
Yeah, you know, it was the off season. It was all right. Nothing special to report, I guess.
Travel a bit?
Yeah, went to Swiss Alps. Hit up some time in Istanbul. That was nice. Back and forth, but just stayed home for the most of it.
Tino, why hasn't the team been producing?
Good to see you too. So I'm sorry. What's your actual question?
What's been the problem the last few seasons? I mean, you guys haven't been winning.
I think you guys are the problem, right? Huh?
How so?
I'm really happy you asked. Because I think all you guys do is spin rumors. Yeah? It's just crafting some drama. And I get it. No, can I hold this? Thanks. I get it because you guys are just trying to entertain the people. But at the end of the day, it's just becoming kind of superficial and redundant. And I find it kind of petty. Oh, you know what? How about this? Every week when we go out into the field, we're expected to up our game. And I would like to challenge each and every one of you to do the same thing. Maybe you can try a little bit harder, dig a little bit deeper, and come up with some actually interesting, relevant, fresh news. Anyone else?
Worked with injuries before. Get like if you have like an old dude who like does like Olympic lifting, he's probably the guy to work with, or like a kettlebell specialist or something.
So I think I did you a favor with the media today.
Oh yeah? How so?
Let's just say I suggested a few ways in how they could change their approach.
Such as?
Bro, you know I got you.
Do you need another minute?
Yeah, give us a minute.
How's everything going over here?
Oh, very good, thank you.
Are you guys celebrating anything today?
It's our anniversary.
Happy anniversary. How many years?
You've really got to come to Europe with me, bro. I just got this new condo in France.
You bought another condo?
Yeah. All right, look, I don't know what it is, but the girls, they're just more liberal. You know what I'm saying? More free-spirited, less stereotypical. You know what it is? Not consumed by reality TV.
Hello?
It's me.
Alexis, I can't talk right now.
Of course you can.
Baby, I told you I'm back at work today.
We just talked about this last week, and I know practice ended 3 hours ago.
Babe, you gotta let me focus.
Focus?
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Whatever.
So I thought we should talk about this upcoming season.
What's to talk about? OTA's just started.
Just about what's gonna happen after it.
Come on, bro. You know I take things 1 year at a time.
I know you do. Bro, you can't keep ignoring the business end of it. I've been telling you this for years, man.
That's exactly why I take things 1 year at a time.
Okay, consider this. After this year, they're likely to tag one of us and let the other one go.
They might. Or they might re-sign us both again.
My agent's waiting it out.
Waiting what out? You're holding out. In our contract year.
And you didn't see me throwing today.
Hey man, I don't have the same endorsements you do. I was a 4th round pick. I had to earn my spot into the lineup. I wasn't plugged in from day one.
Yeah? Look, I'm sorry, Ty. Okay? I gotta do what's right by me, man. It's nothing personal to you or anyone else on the team.
And this is how you decide to tell me. At your favorite fucking restaurant.
I didn't know what else to tell you.
Text message would have been fine.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. Look, if I were you, I'd think about asking for an extension.
So we talked about it, and we're fairly comfortable with adding on a year.
No, Tyrese isn't interested in a one-year extension. This is a marquee wide receiver we're talking about here. You don't just land one of these guys each year in free agency, or in the draft for that matter.
Well, maybe you should study the market then before rethinking your options.
I understand the market for wide receivers. I mean, come on, give me some credit. I'm the agent here. It is my job to determine the market for my client and advise him on the proper fucking course.
Okay, relax. Just take a look at the offer again. We feel it's fair and adequate.
Yeah? Well, if you'd like to send me another one, I'd be happy to take a look at it and review it with my client.
Look, it's just a bit mysterious on our end, the timing of it. And what about that knee? I mean, admit it, man, that injury lingered.
No, that's incorrect. He's completely healthy. That was just a week-to-week thing. You know that.
All right, well, I'll talk to Marcus again, but we should definitely meet up to discuss all this.
All right. We'll talk again.
Well, how about a trade for that speedster in Detroit?
No, they re-signed them already.
Well, what are you gonna do if Tyrese joins Tino on the holdout front?
Hey, let me worry about my players and you worry about your clients, all right?
Well, just a word to the wise, man. I'd be prepared for plan B. Tyrese has been unhappy all offseason since you opted not to commit to his quarterback.
Well, that quarterback has an attitude problem and chose to hold out while under contract.
Hey, man, just a friendly call, that's it.
Yeah, thanks.
With training camp on the horizon, quarterback Tino Martin's contract has left Davis in flux. The two entered the league together 9 years ago and have set franchise records in touchdowns, passing yards in a season for Martin, and reception and receiving yards for Davis. Now, Martin continues to say publicly that he doesn't have any intentions of playing on a one-year deal, and he's willing to sit out the entire season if a new agreement isn't reached. What that means for Davis long-term remains to be seen. For now, he'll have to get used to the incumbent second-year signal caller Ryan Jones, who slides into the starting role with no starts and only 10 career pass attempts in 2 games played under his belt.
Radio Wow. AM Talk Radio.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, the game has changed so drastically in the past 10 years, it's hard to even make a comparison. The people in the media, they like to do that all the time. No offense, Ron.
None taken.
But you can't think like that as a pro athlete. You know, you can't think that following in another player's footsteps or comparing your game or modeling it after someone who's come before you is going to yield any kind of success. People will compare you, that's a given, but you've got to pave your own path. You've got to develop your own skills. You've got to create yourself as a unique individual. That's the only way you're going to grow into an elite status.
Now, talk a little bit about the quarterback position.
Yeah, it's changed a lot. All right, well, you had the pocket passer. That's somewhat of an antique now. It's like a whole new game with the emergence of the mobile quarterback. Offenses developed around it. First you had the wildcat, then the read option. Defenses had to adjust their schemes, and it's changed the way the game's played. Like anything, evolution's going to keep it edgy.
And now you have a whole new wave of quarterback, a new breed, so to speak. But in this new mold of player, do you still think it's wise to develop your own persona?
Yeah. I think you need to incorporate your own skills and develop your own style in order to stand out, right? I mean, you have to stay within the system and offense that you're running. That's a given. But the current state of the game will dictate who's elite. And if you want to be able to change that game, you have to be aware of the current status to evolve it for the future.
Talking here with Tino Martin, holdout quarterback. How is that contract negotiation going, by the way?
A little slow, but we're confident that deal will get done.
Talk a little bit about your all-pro receiver, Tyrese Davis.
Yeah, can't say enough about him. One of the hardest working guys I know. First to get on the field in the morning, last to leave at night.
So you guys have a good relationship off the field.
Yeah, a great relationship. Ty's one of those wideouts, you know, he'll go anywhere on the football field. He'll get open over the middle. He'll go deep. He'll get open man-to-man, press coverage, cover two. He always seems to find that hole in the zone, you know?
Now, would you say that most of your success is due to his production?
I'd say our performance speaks for itself. I'd say we feed each other's production and are both rewarded for each other's accolades on the field.
But how does he feel about you holding out with 1 year left on his current deal?
Why don't you ask him? I don't know. I don't want to speak for him. You know, it's a business matter, and hopefully it'll be resolved soon.
Hey, Timmy, how are you? Good. You know number 18 here? Hey, Tyrese Days. Yep.
Good to see you, man.
Great place, love it.
Thanks. Take care.
So what's up with that girl, Alexis? You guys still together?
Yeah, we're working on some things. I don't know. It's tough to see eye to eye with her sometimes, but I love her. So I gotta go with it, you know?
You know, in all my years, there's one thing I've learned about women.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Just gotta be nice to them.
Enjoy, gentlemen.
Thanks.
This place is the best beer in town.
It's my first time here.
Well, it's my treat then.
So, any seniors on the team prime for big time?
Yeah, a few got a shot, Ty, but you're still the best. It's undeniable.
Yeah, Tyrese, can I get a picture with you?
Oh yeah, sure, no problem. You a big football fan?
Ever since I was little.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you.
Now, you see? That was nice of you.
Well, I'm a man of the people, coach. What's up?
Are you really ready for what lies ahead?
What do you mean?
Well, you don't have the speed you once had.
Oh, come on, man.
Time, just being real. You need to curtail your expectations.
Curtail?
If Tino's out and Jones is in, you have to approach your new offense the way you did when you earned your spot on the team way back when. Be humble. Listen. You don't know how much work you're going to have to put in to learn it, so expect a lot and be as attentive as possible.
I'm all ears. But it's not gonna matter. Nobody's gonna be able to cover me. I'm healed up. I'm ready to go.
Just some useful advice, that's all.
Well, I appreciate it.
This game will love you up like you're the greatest thing since sliced bread. But one day the affection won't be as flattering. Just enjoy it while you can.
People only see me for who I am on the football field. You know, they don't see me as a person, as a human being. They see me as Tino Martin, the quarterback. And every day, millions of people are going to work, just inching towards retirement, one day closer to death. And I don't know, maybe they're saving money, maybe they're investing it, maybe they're putting in a fucking 401k. I don't know, whatever. They're just squirreling it away. And why? Because they think that it's the right thing to do, that it's right for them. And it's simply because people don't have the fortitude to take a stance on their value. And I do. I know what I'm worth. I know what I want. And if you're to go out on the street and just ask 10 people that same fucking question, you're going to be really hard-pressed. Is that too much for you? You're going to be really hard-pressed to find a good fucking answer. Yeah. That's the truth. I don't know how we got so off track. Sorry for swearing.
Thanks for meeting me here.
Yeah. Sorry I'm late. So what's the holdup on your end?
Look, every extension we give out is a risk. That's why we're more hesitant now than in previous years.
Why is that? What's changed?
The athletes are more susceptible to the pressures that come with the inflated contract. Plus, we prefer to stick with the original. It's like any business. Sometimes you gotta go young, you gotta go cheap, see how far it gets you.
In certain situations, I agree. That is the appropriate course of action. But this is a player who has caught over 700 balls for you.
Yeah, over 9 years.
Still puts him in the franchise's record books.
Look, give us some time to assess the market. Let's see what it dictates to us about his worth.
Your public image is at stake here.
All the fans care about is winning.
That's exactly my point. You expect to win more games without Tyrese?
Fans don't see the nuts and bolts of it. They want us to sign players they know from other teams. That being said, same old thing is mundane to them. And at times, to us.
Then I guess after this year, Tyrese will be going to the highest bidder.
Remember, there's two types of players. Those loyal to the game, and those loyal to themselves.
Tyrese is loyal.
I never said he wasn't.
Expect another offer by Monday. Oh, and by the way, scotch. Where are you?
I'm in my hometown, you know, laying low.
All right. Well, how you feeling about all this?
I work hard every day at my craft. And all we hear is Tino this, Tino that. The quarterback gets all the credit. Nobody cares about the guy catching the passes, the guy going over the middle. The media just sees me for what I am. And any move I make, they'll come at me for stepping out of line.
You listen to me. You don't do a thing. You wait. They can't stop you from playing football. They can only stop you from earning what you're worth. But there are other teams out there willing to pay you.
I don't know, man.
Don't listen to the media. They're only going to brand you greedy and self-centered. Listen to me and keep your head in the game. Stay focused on getting yourself ready for the season. Can you do that?
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that.
All right. Hang in there. I'll take care of everything.
What do you got? Do you have a player that's loyal to the team, to the city, to the fan base? Does he energize the fan base? Does he say the right things? You have to remember, it's a business to them, just like it's a business to ownership. They have to play along. And it's a fine line in regards to what's genuine and what's merely portrayed for the fans' amusement. Don't get me wrong. I'm not siding with the ownership. I'm just saying that's how it is.
Sorry, baby, I'm late. I was on the phone with... What's wrong?
I can't do this anymore.
You've been watching too much TV. The sports coverage. I know it can be a pain in the
It's
ass,
not the
but...
media.
And what is it?
This. Us.
Come on. Don't do this to me now.
Everything is about you. It's always been. What about me?
That's so unfair.
Unfair? My life revolves around you, what you need, when you need it. It's never about what's important to me when I need it.
What I need is important to the both of us. Every time I step out on that... They don't pay players who can't play. I just can't believe you're doing this to me tonight.
It doesn't matter what night it is. I'm not happy.
Can't you see this is what I'm working for? Every week, every day, all the time that I spend training. This is all I am in this world.
It's just not enough. There's no place for me. And I can't watch you risk your life out there every week. I can't.
What do you want me to do, baby?
I need you to let me go.
What this player has done for your organization is unprecedented.
You still don't understand our stance on the market.
If this contract delay has anything to do with Tino Martin's holdout, we should end this conversation right now. The fact that you won't pony up to pay your quarterback should not have any direct financial impact on my client.
It has all the impact in the world. Wide receiver is the one position on the field that's directly related to the quarterback. The production works hand in hand.
Yeah, and the absence of a holdout player and how it affects your team in training camp also works hand in hand. Negatively, I might add.
Doesn't your client want to know who's going to be throwing to him long term before he agrees to an extension?
He'll have his choice from a few in free agency.
Easy, Jack. Easy.
Okay, look, this organization...
This organization hasn't given the fans a winning product in years. When ownership went through a financial crisis, they kept the team instead of selling it to a more profitable and stable ownership group. And last time we went down this road, 4 years ago, you constantly lowballed us from the get-go.
It's negotiating in bad faith. Your clients have a reputation of hamstringing their current or former team based off of what they want, whether that be via media or by some other means of communication.
It's a simple question. Do you want my client to play for you long term or not?
We'll fax you the offer.
Thank you, sir.
Give him a second here.
The biggest misconception with free agency is that people think it's an easy fix for a team. But it's not like that. Both sides have to want it. Some guys just want the money. Some want the personal accolades. For me, I want to be on a team where I'm wanted, where I can contribute.
So tell me what the thought process is like, waiting everything out with so much uncertainty and so much out of your control.
It's tough, you know? You just really have to be patient. It's not about the guaranteed money. And that's something I want people to understand. It's about the length of the contract, the incentives, the conduct clauses. It all just doesn't come together overnight. And I feel that the fans have a misconception about that. They see a need and they see an area for improvement or a position, and the fans are like, go get that guy. But it doesn't work like that. The timing has to be right. Both sides have to want it, and the team has to initiate it.
Interesting. Now, I want to switch gears and ask you about the front office. Being here for 9 seasons now, do you think they've treated you fairly?
Players don't get paid on what they've already done in the past. Players get paid on their potential to produce in future years. So I could have the best year of my career, but if a nagging injury is slowing me down, my value takes a hit. And if that happens, my only option is to bet on myself.
Yeah, well, I told you to stay off social media. Why? Because you're an athlete, not a politician. There is absolutely no need to draw any unnecessary attention to yourself. Well, you could find yourself another agent then. That's what I thought. I'm sorry about that, Ty. It's been 24/7 around here.
No problem. Let's get to it.
Listen, at the end of the day, it's your decision. I can stand here and give you my opinion till I'm blue in the face. But I don't have to play every Sunday. I don't have to grind it out at training camp every summer.
I don't want your opinion. I want you to be real.
It's a 2-year extension.
2 years?
Listen, Ty, at your age, with your past injury concerns, this will likely be the last contract they offer you. You can sign it. Not have to go through the hassle of moving, taking the tour, rebuilding a chemistry with a new team in a new locker room. Or bite the bullet. Play out your contract, see where the season takes you.